happening, people? Welcome to the Straightjacket Podcast. Podcast 147. And even the camera looks freestyle. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on today, but we're going to have to deal with this.
The question is, how you feeling, Saeed?
Meh. Just like the outside, I'm feeling meh. I'm feeling...
Winter's already here, man.
Winter's already here, mate. It's chilly outside.
We can't even say winter's coming because winter's already here.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We are in a mess, Nordin. We are in one hell of a mess.
We are in a mess.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put it to you and to the viewers, and I'm going to say our footballing structure is to stay top four, Saeed. Nothing else. And as far as they're concerned, Ollie's he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Sustain top four.
Is he though?
I'll ask you this question.
Yeah.
As a football club, are we built to compete for big trophies?
No.
When do we get rid of managers?
When it's very bad or we can't reach a certain maybe top four or... Yeah.
The evidence is there. Yeah. David Moyes couldn't get into the Champions League. Good night.
Yeah.
They made us suffer. They made us suffer. They'll do it, and it's like slow death.
It is
slow walk to death.
This is slow death.
Right, slow walk to death. Right. So they sacked him because we couldn't get Champions League. Van Gaal, they sacked him even though he won a cup half an hour later at Wembley. Jose, they sacked him in December after they'd given him a couple of more years of his contract because he couldn't get top four. Right. And Ollie, at this moment in time, it's too early in the season. So this idea that they're going to act Saeed, listen, you take the emotion out of it. I'm looking at it from their point of view. I'm looking at it from our football structure.
Okay.
Our football structure says if a manager can't attain top four, he doesn't look like he's going to attain top four, then they act. But they don't act straight away. Look, Mourinho should have gone after Seville.
Yeah, should have gone,
Yeah. How long was it till?
Yeah, he stayed until
December.
Yeah.
Right. So this is what is. We've had all our. I've lost my voice. Obviously, you can hear because me going crazy.
Certainly, man.
Listen, just going crazy.
I went squeaky again.
Listen, no. Listen, it happens. It happens to. But when we take all of that out, we've had to get it out because if we keep it in,
I know
it becomes toxic inside you.
Yeah.
So letting it out, but now. In a cold day of light, it's a cold out, right?
It's cold.
We look at it rationally, right? And we think, okay, other than thinking we need to get the manager out, when do our football structure, the bankers who are in charge and the Glazers, when would they ever act? They only ever act.
I think they'll act soon because for me,
unless the players,
because the players are out now. Rashford is out. I don't know if you see the Rashford, you know what I mean, the news story coming out today, but even he is saying what Ollie quote's coming out now. Ollie, you said it all along, Ollie is Ollie out because he is becoming a lunatic at the minute now. And for me, he's almost, the Glazers are the Glazers. But
but the Glazers, and then have the bankers who have the footballing control.
Yeah.
Glazers don't have the footballing control. Remember that.
Yeah.
They're in America, right? The bankers who have the football in control, Ed Woodward's still there. Richard Arnold's going to be taking over in December.
Yeah.
Right? Matt Judge is still there.
Yeah.
Matt Judge is still there, right?
Yeah.
So the control, and I don't know any of you guys, genuinely, but Murta and Mike and Fletcher, they ain't here. They're just names, but they don't have zero football control. Zero. So they're never going to act because Murta is here on the same level in the hierarchy as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We're the only football club. We are the only football club to ever have a director of football that in the pyramid structure hierarchy that we have parallel. Like the manager and the director of football are like this, and then across it on that side it's Matt Judge, who's the chief negotiator. So when you take all of it away, let's think rationally, right? What we saw there, the performance we saw on Saturday,
pathetic.
I can't put into words like It was Sunday League.
Are you surprised?
No. No, I'm not surprised because we've seen. Listen, to me, nothing surprised me other than that night, Villarreal. We made Villarreal look like prime Barcelona.
Prime Barcelona,
right?
I'm telling you.
So nothing.
We made Albiol look 10 years younger.
So nothing surprised me. And that time, that night, it was a stick up. It was an absolute robbery. It was a bally up job.
Mate, I know.
It was a stick up, right? Give us that robbery. It was a daylight in front of the front lights robbery. That's what that was. It was. Right? That's what that was. So
yeah,
I understood what this could be, but in terms of teams or the level of quality, we've got decent players and a game plan. A manager that has a game plan, like Brendan Rodgers. He had 2 weeks to work on it. He knew exactly what to do against us. They worked on it, right, as a coaching staff and a plan, and the players then went and executed it. Even when we went 1-0 up, it came out of the blue. So the idea that we were thinking we're going to win that goal, obviously the goal is fantastic and you always got to celebrate fantastic goal by Greenwood. But again, listen, exactly, but out of nothing because, listen, other teams might rely on that certain things, but other teams during the 95 minutes will do things to create chances, to work openings, to score goals, right? But for me, Saeed, it comes down to one thing. I genuinely want to know what is said, what is done in terms of preparing for the game the day before. What is said before you go out on the pitch? What are the tactics that being worked on?
There is no tactics there, so you know what I mean. There is none.
Listen, there is tactics. Listen, at the highest level in every football, there is tactics. But the tactic is, lads, go on, enjoy yourself.
But he said that though. He said it before the game, and I'm not even misquoting him. He said it. He goes, "What we need to them lads to do is go out there and express yourself." This is what this is the manager of Man United Football Club we're talking about. This ain't no kind of like, you know, we're talking about Man United Football Club at the highest level. We're an elite club. We might not act like one, but we are an elite club. And we've got a manager coming out and saying this nonsense, mate. I could go out, you could go out there and know what to say to Ronaldo. Go out there, lad, and do your thing. But that's what you don't get paid to do. You're on 10 million a year, aren't you? No.
Did you hear what Brendan Rodgers said? That was the most telling.
Yeah.
The most telling.
He knew what we were doing.
No. You know what he said? He said we knew that we could get through the midfield because they don't press.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, and one thing I'll say to Bruno Fernandes, if by any chance anybody gets to
find Olive.
I think somebody's called the ambulance or the police. We don't know which way. But in Manchester, it's going off, people. It's going off. If you're a United fan, like somebody's like, I like to report a crime. Crime against
Ole football.
Crime against Ole football.
It is a crime, though. That's how bad it is. I think there should be someone that should report it.
I like to report. I like to report two guys here masquerading as football coaches. Man United, Michael Carrot and Kieran McKenna. I like imposters.
And then you got Mike Phelan robbing shorts from Sports Direct, man. Where is he, by the way? Did anyone spot? Where is he? Did he even leave?
I think he had the day off.
I didn't even see him. Oh my god, that's how bad it is, man.
I think he had the day off.
You know what? Someone showed me a picture of the. I think it was you put a picture of Mourinho and his backroom staff when Mourinho was there, and they were all looking glum. And it's the same guys with Ollie. This football club has not even changed the backroom staff.
That's it. Listen.
All they've done is got Kieran, what's it called, Mike Phelan, and that coaching guy who knows Spanish, and he gives tactics to Cavani because he knows Spanish.
With Espanol, sí, señor. Sí, señor, enjoy yourself.
What Spanish?
Go out there and enjoy yourself. Sí, señor.
I'm telling you. I wonder what it means for Spanish to tell Ollie to fuck off and get off.
Listen, can I just say, you know what? There's a long history in the Mancunian humour. Because the Mancunians generally, a lot of them can't speak Spanish, but they like to speak English in a Spanish accent. Yeah. so you can see that's happening. But say, listen, the first of all I want to say is that when I look at the game, I just want somebody to tap Bruno on the shoulder and go, Bruno, please stop running around like a headless chicken with your one-man press.
Can you blame him?
football is a team game.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Listen, it's a team game. And Saeed, I'm not hearing this. Oh, because Ronaldo don't press, that's why we got beat. No. Listen, you got 11 players on the football pitch. You have a goalkeeper. You have a back four, or whatever formation you play. But you have 9 other players. So if you take De Gea out, Ronaldo out, you've got 9 players.
Yeah.
9 players in that football pitch can press in and be aggressive and have intensity to their play.
Absolutely.
Right? One, we without the ball, right? I look at Man United, and I've looked at it all season, and we sat there at Old Trafford game after game this season, and I see, with or without the ball, we play like a bunch of individuals. I swear, and more than ever,
Like
to me, the Leicester game will always typify the fact that with and without the ball,
Clueless.
we are absolute.
Where's the press?
And the basics. Listen, it's one guy who runs out.
I know.
In 95 minutes, you can watch the game. I watched the game again, right? In 95 minutes, right, of football, Bruno pressed right, Pogba went left, and we pressed the ball. Matic and Shaw backed him up. We won the ball only once.
Yeah.
Only once in 95 minutes.
Yeah.
And you see what they do. See what they were doing to us. Their tactics. That first time he played 3 at the back because he knew, because they've been conceding lots of goals.
I know.
So he played 3 at the back. He knows Ronaldo likes to go in between the gaps.
Yeah.
So if you get 3 centre halves that are narrow, right, there's no gaps for him to go.
I know.
To. So the wing backs, he's got 2 brilliant wing backs.
They bombed on forward.
And then without the ball, they tuck in. They weren't even going back to the, they were tucking in into midfield to dominate possession. And Bruno runs. Have you seen my tweet?
Yeah.
I said, take Maguire off because it's going to cost us more goals.
Yeah.
I said, and this is like 40 minutes gone, I said, and Bruno, can you get back in midfield, get behind the ball, right? So, hey, listen, there's different ways of playing.
You know, I'm laughing because I've seen this for 2 years.
Listen,
Bruno's not been tracking back for 2 years.
No, there's different ways of playing, right? There's different ways of playing, right?
Yeah.
There is way of, you are going to dominate possession, because the way that we want to do is, the way that we've been playing is we're coming out to try to dominate possession.
Yeah.
But we haven't got players good enough to be able to dominate possession as what we want, okay? Whether we like it or not, Luke Shaw is not himself, the guy's not trained, but he gets...
last year, same time we played Liverpool, remember you were shouting at him, and it's the same time this year. Again, it's a similar time. Luke Shaw, for me, has been having an inconsistent career. He has 1 month.
No, but Saeed is not fit. He's come out and said 2 days before he doesn't know when's the last time he trained. He's having a strap on. He's got his arm strap on. His shoulder strapped.
But I'm willing to give him.
And then Harry Maguire comes back from Harry Maguire comes back from.
And what does Ollie say?
He trains for a couple of hours on Friday. And then next minute he's in the team. So when you're playing with that level of 2 players, right? And all I can ask is, what are you when you're Telles? What are you if you're Eric Bailly?
Bailly's the one.
Right. What are you if you're Donny van de Beek? What are you if you're these type of players?
I know.
And
let me ask you a question. That's a good question.
And the manager is basically rushing and playing players.
I know.
That are injured. Luke Shaw, you can 100%. The mobility is not there.
Yeah.
You know the mobility that he had towards last season, and he took to the England team, right? Right, to the tournament. The intensity is not there.
No.
He's literally. You know what goal that typifies it? The goal that we conceded against Everton, because the way he runs, you know what? I explain something to you. There are certain injuries here, or little niggles. No footballer is 100% fit.
No, nobody.
Fit, right? But there are certain injuries and this level of pain when you have shoulder. Shoulder here is connected to everything. Shoulder is, you can't generate your arm because you're cautious. It limits your movement, your mobility, because you use your arms. What do you use your arms for? To give you that off, to get off.
Also, though, he hasn't been in bad form as well. Though.
Listen, when he's got...
I understand injuries, but he's been in bad form as well.
Listen, there's certain injuries. Little niggles here and there.
I understand that.
That's different. But
when you got... Come on.
You see how Rashford does when his shoulder injury. He couldn't move.
I understand that.
Your mobility.
I understand that.
And in defence, you need to be fully mobile. Maguire.
But this is position awareness, though.
Sorry,
They've both been bad. I'm not even defending Maguire.
Listen, oh my God. Listen, I don't know how to defend.
What's wrong with him, man?
Listen.
Has he got too big-headed, thinking that his position is, is granted?
Well, it is granted because you see him. Like, he's out for 3 weeks and then he comes straight back in.
That's the question I wanted to ask you. Do you reckon these guys have secret meetings with Ollie? Shaw, Maguire, certain players, and then Bailly and Donny and who else?
Now, it's not secret meetings.
I think they do.
Listen, it's blatant side. It's blatant. It's out in the open. He basically says to them, "You're the guys that I trust." Like the word trust, that you give me everything.
Yeah.
You are. That is what he says to them. To me, the day that he made Maguire captain, he can never drop him, Saeed.
No.
That's what I said.
Imagine
How long have you been here to be Man United captain? You have to earn the right to be Man United captain. You have to show leadership. But you get given. Like I said,
everything's they're about to give him as well.
Everything's too easy.
It's mad. But imagine you're Bailly and you want to
go listen, you know the funniest thing?
Yeah.
The funniest thing of watching that game, I'm looking at Maguire and what he's doing and the way the Leicester fans are taking the absolute biscuit.
I know.
And then I look at them and think, these actual players on the football pitch are training on the training gown.
Yeah, I know.
You,
yeah,
the money we bought for you, the 80 million they used to build the training ground.
I know.
And now you're giving them goals right, left and centre.
I know.
Listen, there are certain things, like the first mistake, he's not played, so he's not fit, right?
Yeah.
The second one, Saeed, he's got one guy to mark, a striker.
I couldn't believe it.
You're in the back and you're looking around like them, you know what he is looking around? I swear to God, somebody teleported him and dropped him in Italy. Somebody dropped him in Mexico. He's like, you know, when somebody don't know what's going on. He's doing a 360 like that, just turning around like, what's happened? Where am I? Where are we? You know how? I'm not gonna lie to you. No other player in that game gave you the vibes of Ashley Young vibes. You know the vibes I'm talking about, Ashley Young.
Yeah.
The Ashley Young vibes, yeah?
Yeah.
Then Harry Maguire. But with the ball, without the ball, the team does not know what the hell they're doing.
Is this the worst? Hold on a minute. You know,
to me, this defeat for me, and since Ollie's tenure, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Everton.
Yeah.
You know the 4-0?
Yeah, 4-0, yeah. Oh my God.
That's what it reminds me.
Can I ask you a question, yeah? Under Mourinho, right, it was bad. But we didn't have really necessarily the players. Van Gaal, he had a shoddy defence. You know, when you look at Moyes, that was Moyes 0. When you look at this guy, the tools he's been given already, yeah? Is this the worst you've seen in terms of having an identity? At least with Mourinho, you know what you were getting. Parking the bus, it was...
Low block, go one up.
You knew what you were getting. Yeah. It's almost as if, you knew. With Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's almost as if, he should know more than ever to play attacking football. To have that risk take. He's never going to get a job like this ever again. He probably won't get a job in the Championship, I'll tell you that, mate. I'll be real with you. And that's probably a disrespect to the Championship managers. I'll be honest, because there's some good managers that come out of there, mate. Yeah. And he has audacity to play favourites. And then the worst thing about it all is, Norrin, he brings on McTominay and Lingard. What is McTominay
and then they cost us the third goal.
Yeah.
I understand Wan-Bissaka had to go for that ball because it was 50-50. The ball was travelling, yeah. But when Scott McTominay runs, did you see the way he was trying to tackle? Show him he is left. Show him that. Don't show him the other way. Don't show him. Don't give him the pull back the ball. And then Jesse Lingard is even worse.
Yeah.
Be prepared. McTominay's dealing with him, so be prepared for the cutback.
I know.
And then look. I swear to God, I use the word mannequin. If you look at that picture. When that goal No. Mannequins. You know
mannequin. Oh yeah. The mannequin. The mannequin challenge. Yeah.
You know the mannequin.
Yeah.
Right. You look at Lindelof and Maguire. Vardy is there in the.
But hold on a bit, Norrin. Eric Ramsey is the best defensive coach. That's what they said to us.
What defensive coach? On what planet?
They said Eric Ramsey masterclass. They said.
Master of who? Master of the mannequins.
He is. He must be doing mannequin challenges all the time. I
swear to God. The two words that come to my mind are for mannequin FC. I swear to God. When we're defending, it's mannequin. I have never seen a team where players say, did we get aggressively win the ball back?
Win the ball.
We jockey people. Jockey FC, I swear. And McTominay's there. I'm like, the guy's going to pass it back. He's going to look for Vardy. What does every Leicester attack when Vardy's on the pitch, what does everybody do in that box? Look for Vardy. If they're a midfielder or a wide player, what do you do?
Look for Vardy.
What do Maguire and Lindelof do?
But the thing is, he wasn't even marking everyone. This zonal marking, I've had enough of that, man.
To me,
Go
half and
man
half.
for
Listen,
man.
it's a half for half. Half and half for me, it's like half and half scarves.
Half and half, yeah.
Scarves. When I see half and half scarves, I just want to cut them. Unless you are somebody like say international, so
Yeah,
you're
or a
half
young fan.
Italian, like or you know what I mean, you're mixed heritage, you're Italian
Yeah.
and English, right?
Yeah.
That I understand half and half, yeah. But half and half between two clubs, nah, right? And that's what half and half zonal and half man to man is. But Maguire for me. And then get the quote. So because we have to this time, we have to see the quote. We have to see the quote.
Do we want to see the quote?
Because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer spoke like he was on YouTube. He was a YouTuber asking questions. Journalists asking questions. Maybe we need more numbers in there. Like he's some passive guy who's like just saying, oh, comment. Like if I went out on the street and said, oh, Man United got torn apart 4-2 by Leicester. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer speaking like just a random guy on the road going, maybe we need to get more numbers in there. Maybe we need to change something.
Exactly. So, you know, he's saying, unfortunately, we couldn't get our way. He says everything when David De Gea is our best keeper. We could score 4 goals. We weren't good enough with our ball. You have to run, block, and tackle. We didn't do that. Today, the goal.
That is, you know what that is? Yeah. We're going to break it down.
We'll break it down.
What he basically just said is the basics of football. So repeat the words. What he said, the last words. We need to. We have to run, block, tackle, and we didn't do that. So, run, block,
tackle.
That is rudimentary. You know what I mean? Rudimentary elements of football, right? If you're teaching a group of people how to play football, the 3 things I said, you have to run, you have to try to block, and what's the last one? Tackle, right? So
everyone should know that.
That's rudimentary. That's Man United manager. Go on.
Today, the goals we conceded were disappointing. The timing of them we conceded. We weren't good enough in the second balls, the 50-50s, the things that make you earn the right to win a game of football.
Stop, Saeed. The second balls and the 50-50s. That, in competitive top-level football, is the minimum. It's the absolute minimum.
To try.
Right, to fight for the first ball, the second ball, that's the minimum. Go ahead.
It was my decision to play Harry. He worked with the rehab. He looked ready. He's a massive player for us, and we wanted him back as soon as we can. Yeah, maybe he did have the first half to get going. He got better as the game got on.
I don't know. I don't know what game this was. That's the game got on. The man looked lost.
Yeah, you know what?
The man looked like
the last goal as well. Yeah.
Listen, watch the turn he does. He goes like that. Like he turns around like that. The ball's on the back of the net.
I know.
What did I always say to you?
Yeah.
My guy turns like a double-decker
bus.
Forget that double-decker Titanic, mate. Go ahead. Give me some more of these fantastic quotes. Like, go on.
He goes, we did deserve a point. We got the lead. Mason showed his quality, and we give them a goal. All the goals conceded were disappointing the way we conceded. It wasn't just a midfield. We were too easy to play through.
There's more quotes because there are other ones that I saw where he's saying
maybe we gave too much space, but that's just the whole team. I agree we didn't defend well enough today. Today we just didn't do things well enough. Well, when have you ever done anything well enough,
right? But there's another one where he's like, maybe we need to get more numbers. Where he questions.
He goes, but also a couple of set piece goals disappointing. We've been solid at this before, but we need to do better. Solskjaer, when asked if there's much come from Rashford, you're hoping, but he's got to work better. He said, Solskjaer goes, there's only one bonus today, maybe David, but when your keeper's the best keeper, when you conceded 4, it's a bad day. So he's having a dig at David De Gea.
No, he's basically, he's not having a dig.
He is having a dig
at David De Gea. Listen, he's saying, when your best player is your keeper, that's
but then he's still saying he conceded 4 at the end. So it's almost like saying,
well, you know what? We could have conceded 8 if it wasn't David De Gea. I was kind saying that it was 5 or 6. We could have conceded 8. When I watched the game back, I'm like, he made 3 or 4 fantastic saves. But
every goal disappoints you the way you concede. If some teams outplays you, then it's fine, but well done to them. But today's first one gifted them. The second one is a set play and we must do better. We don't really get our heads on it. And the blocks.
Go ahead.
But then you're doing the zonal marking. So again, everything can be sorted out if you sort it out in the coaching. But hey, he doesn't do the coaching, does he?
Saeed, find me the quote when he says we might have to do something, change it. That's the quote that you need to listen to. When he says we've worked on, there's a quote when he says we've been working We've looked at it and worked on it during international. There's another quote where he's talking about working on it.
Every goal disappoints you. It's okay.
This is talking about
third one, 10 seconds after we equalise, it shouldn't happen. It's a long ball from Evans and we shouldn't deal with that. Then let's go with set piece again, which disappoints. It's concentration.
Because the two guys you bought on had to track the guy back, and the both of them don't know what they're doing. And people tell me, "Oh, McTominay is a centre half. It's a centre half. Centre half of what? Centre half of what? Did you see that? Did you see where he found himself? Yeah. He couldn't even sort out his feet. He couldn't even get low to get set."
This one he said, over the international break, we had some good luck to see what's gone wrong lately. We need to look at the whole setup and balance of the team.
Read that to me again, please.
He goes, over the international break, we have a good look to see.
We've had a good look. We've had a good look, yeah? Well, Ollie, you know what you've had a good look about? It's even worse than before now. So I don't know what you were looking for, what you were hoping to find. But what that performance was the worst performance in one. It's the second worst performance in your tenure. Since you've been here.
Yeah, this is the one that rattled everyone.
This is, to me...
He goes, and then he goes, but we need to look at the whole setup and the balance of the team. Maybe something has to give.
Maybe something
has to give.
No.
Maybe you, mate.
Maybe something has to give. Like you're some passive guy. Something has to give. Like you are some just random on the road. No, you are the manager of Man United. And you are coming out with that. Maybe. You're hitting me with a maybe.
This is the one. Lately we have not been... great in form. Yeah, that's an understatement. Hey.
Round of applause for that.
Round of applause for Ollie. He goes, we've not been in great form, lost too many points, and that's something we have to look at.
Round of applause for Ollie. I'm pointing out the obvious.
Yeah, pointing out. And in the comments below, guys in the comments, make sure you give a round of applause as well. We might have to change. Do we need more legs in there? It's the Man United manager. This is the Man United manager. Guys are singing all this at the wheel. Shame on you.
You know what?
Shame on you. Shame on you, man.
Listen.
Nah. Shame on you for singing all this at the wheel. And he said we need more legs in there. You know how this is a track? We need some more. We need some more.
You know what? We need more legs in here. We need some more legs in here. We need more vibes in here. We need more energy in here. I need more people I can trust in here.
I can't do it.
Yo, he's turned to be a grime artist, mate.
You can't do that.
Yo, big up. Listen, a round of applause for Ollie.
Yo,
listen. Ollie gonna waffle MC, mate. Give it up. The new latest grime artist.
Yo.
We're coming out with some dope lyrics, mate. We need more legs in here. We need some more legs in there.
No,
you see?
I'm dying. I'm telling you. He's been instead of listening to tactics,
Look out something else. Those of you who don't live here, I don't know if you've heard the tracks. So Abe's gonna post a video to that track on the
make a remix. Kieran McKenna and all them could be the backroom boys.
To God.
I know.
Look at him.
I know.
Scholes is frightened.
He said, Ollie, grime MC.
He said to see them, all my beer. Let me have a look what they're talking about.
Oh my days. Instead of Ollie doing tactics, he's there as a grime MC. That's what he is, man. And then what he says here, something's after, we need more legs. What do we need? And then everyone in the comments saying, you need your P45 for sure.
Oh, I'm saying, practically, how can he?
Yeah.
He stressed the fact that he's some passive guy on YouTube or in a Twitter space or on Instagram. Just, just giving advice. How can he talk like that? How can you talk like that? Maybe. That our manager's coming out with maybe, and we need more legs in here. I swear to God, that's his name now. Sorry, you know what? That's his name. We need more legs in here. The Grime MC, mate. Ole Gunnar.
He's trying to say basically, I missed McTominay and Fred. We needed more legs in there. I mean,
this is the part we've talked about the game. From those comments, what do you think? Some people are speculating he might be going to back.
He's got a new career. That's what I'm realizing this comment. He's going to be playing in West Piccadilly, Northern
Soup Kitchen catching next week. The Blues Kitchen, Soup Kitchen, the beer hat. He's everywhere. I'm there and everywhere, mate. We need some more legs in here. We need some more legs in there.
Shout out to Amiros, man. He might take his job now.
Amiros, trust me, he's coming for you, bro.
Oh my days.
He's coming for you.
But the board are backing him, Nuruddin. Because why?
Something I told you. I explained to you. Two things. We're going to now come into the meaty part, the last part of the podcast, right? We've gone on for 40 minutes, I think, already, right? But we're going to get into it now, Saeed. The point is this. First, the question I'll ask you, from those comments, there's some speculation that we might be going to a back three?
That's when Ole reverts back to where he did, when he's scared.
Right.
And what we're going to have now.
Do you think that Man United playing three at the back at Old Trafford? You know that one is going to go to back five. You know Atlanta's coming up on Wednesday.
Yeah, they're going to go to that one.
Then Liverpool's coming up.
Yeah.
So, those two games, do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can afford at Old Trafford be passive without the ball, right? And to try to revert back to counter-attacking football where we give possession away and playing three at the back like we did against RB Leipzig.
With who? Well,
Rashford is back now.
Rashford is back. That's a plus.
Yeah.
And it was good to see him back. But again, Ronaldo is up top. That is a dilemma, whether you like it or not. And you called it, Nuruddin, and I was a bit giddy. I'll be honest with you, I was, because he was going down the road, down the Mancunian way.
Yeah, no, of course, no, I understand that. I was the same.
But they did it.
But I knew what was coming because listen,
you see the storm.
In 2008, 2009, Tevez and Rooney had to work extremely hard off the ball. What's his name? Sunji Park in midfield.
Ji-sung Park,
Ji-sung Park. So even when Hardy was injured, Scholes was injured, in there in the three in the midfield,
and Fletcher,
you know what? Those guys were there filling in, right?
Absolutely.
Right? So I know that when you bring Ronaldo in 24 hours, when we haven't got money, first of all, the board said we have to sell to buy.
Sell to buy.
We wanted to get a midfield player.
Yeah.
Sell to buy FC.
Yeah.
When he's going to Man City, the deal is done within what, 8 hours or 6 hours, something like that.
Yo,
right?
Listen,
right?
In lunchtime, by lunchtime, it was done.
So then the coaching staff, if they had anything about them, would think, right, guys, Ronaldo's coming. Ronaldo's not like any other player. He was here. Michael Carrick played with him in 2019. He was there at the club to get the best out. He knows the team meetings. Michael Carrick was in the fucking space, Saeed. He's there. He's there. Knows the discussions that's been had. Ollie, Kieran, Mickey Phelan, they're all there. They're all fucking, except for Kieran McCann, they're all there. The discussion is, guys, we've got one of the greatest players, greatest goal scorers of his time. We need to now have a system to get the best out of this guy, and that's what we're going to do. If that means we leave him without pressing.
Yeah.
You know that team?
You can do that.
You know that team? This is what people go, no, every player's have to press. No, goalkeeper's not pressing, right? 9 other players are in the field. You can leave your striker. Your striker don't have to press. He doesn't. He might have to get in position and get behind the ball, but he doesn't have to necessarily press because you got 9 other players on the football pitch. And that discussion was never had. Instead, it was go out there and enjoy some. And that's why I'm getting angry, because Michael Carrick knows the discussions was had. We went away to Barcelona, Saeed.
I know.
And in one final, he dropped Berbatov, he dropped all these guys and put Ronaldo up front. Why? Because Ronaldo never tracks back.
Yeah.
So you put him up front.
And we had Ji-sung.
And then you had these guys who do the work, right? So, Man United, you're telling me you can't get Donny van de Beek in this team, you can't get Matic and play 4-3-3 and have guys with energy hustling. I don't care. So there might be games where Pogba and Bruno get on the bench. You're waiting for this game, get on the bench. As a fan base, are we going to say anything? Because we'll know it's about the team.
Yeah.
So this idea And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for me, I always said, I told Saeed, at times you need decision making, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is Ole out. Right? And that's how I see it. So now, at home, in the next couple of games, especially the Liverpool game, 3 at the back. Legs, when he's talking about legs, read in between the lines. People.
Oh, it could be. I tell you what's going to do.
Fred McTominay's going to come back.
Oh, listen, that's
certain.
That's certain, mate.
That's stamped now. You might as well get the stamp now.
Stamp for the rest of the season, man.
Any of you betters, bet your money on that. Yeah. Scott McTominay and Fred are back.
Right? Good.
Pogba will probably be dropped. So what? Drop him. I'm not asked.
Rashford's back on the left.
Listen.
Greenwood's on the right. Sancho's dropped.
Listen. And Greenwood at this moment in time, somebody needs to do one-on-one coaching with him.
Yeah.
Because, son, I look at you and think, if you're playing up front, it's different. But when you're playing out wide, your work you have to do off the ball is vital.
But can he be bothered?
It's vital.
He's got Ronaldo on his position. He's
vital.
got Ronaldo being greedy.
It's vital.
Bruno's greedy.
It's vital. So nobody's doing one-to-one coaching and doing any of that. Saeed, I told you nearly 2 years ago, I said to you specifically, if Ole's going to be successful, what did he have to change? What did he have to change if Ole's going to be successful? The coaches.
Yeah, the coaches. More than ever. But if he's going up to the board and saying... But then the thing is, this is what people don't understand as well. They had to give Michael Carrick and these guys contract because it's running out. So I understand that.
Listen.
No, it's running out though. It's contract.
Listen, contract's given and all that.
Yeah, it's given.
You can still
get better ones though.
To me. But this is the biggest thing.
But it's his friends though. It's his friends, man.
Change it. But then, listen, can you blame him? Because Edward would have got Richard Arnold in. Richard Arnold got Matt Judge in, right?
Yeah.
So this comes from the football instructor that we have, right? At the end of the day, we can huff and puff and analyse all we want.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to change, guys. And I'll say this to you again and again and again. And for the ones at the back, hear and listen to what I'm saying to you. We have a football structure that is about sustaining top 4. When I said 5 years ago to Saeed, or 4 years ago, we are the new Arsenal, I wasn't kidding. We just have money and have more commercial revenue than Arsenal. We're a bigger football club than Arsenal. And hold tight, Ty, going on. Listen, Ty, all due respect, bro. All due respect. Arsenal ain't bigger than Man United, so regardless if you beat us or whatever you beat us, it doesn't matter. Man United is one of the biggest clubs in the world. And top 4, the football structure is all pointing in a direction to what? Sustaining top 4. That's why the Glazers and the bankers are kicking off that Newcastle have been taken over. Why? Because 7, Saeed, don't go into 4.
Yeah. It's true.
7.
Why do you reckon? You know what I mean? The thing. What we have to agree on though goes. If results don't change, the viewpoint could change. So if we get battered by Liverpool, Atlanta, and by the way, I watched Atlanta last night against Empoli. Mate, they play 5 in the back and they play a mean 5 in the back, and they got the midfield in there. They run, and the other guy that they bought, Cooper Myers, they've got a serious.
They play very open, but listen, all I'm saying to you, sir. If we play passive and let them dictate the ball like Villarreal did, we're gonna get slaughtered on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
If we don't go up against them and press them and go on the ball and attack them, the way you beat Atlanta is you put them on the back foot and attack them.
Absolutely.
If you play passive football like we've seen all season, Saeed, they're gonna smash the hell out of us because you know what they've got? They've got better finishers than Villarreal. So that's my word. So Saeed, we already know that fixture, the 2 fixtures that have been the graveyard for Man United managers since Fergie.
City and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Was for all the managers as well.
Yeah.
When you look at it.
No, other than Van Gaal.
Van Gaal did well.
Yeah, other than Van Gaal.
Van Gaal had his double because you know why?
Those two games are the graveyard for Man United managers. So at the end of the day, you remember the famous statement.
Is it tic tac though? Time for Ole?
I genuinely think, in my heart of hearts, you know me, Saeed, I don't get involved. And you know the reason why.
I understand that.
Because I always focus on
the structure.
On the structure, because if we had a proper footballing structure, would this coaching staff be there? Would this coaches be there? Would this mediocre football be there? Would we be talking about tackling and fighting for second ball? If any Man United manager and legs, would that be the talk? No, it wouldn't be. It would be explained. Listen to Brendan Rodgers. My question, somebody's got to me and said, ask Saeed, would he take Brendan Rodgers now? And you know what he said? Saeed would.
Of course I would.
He said to me, and I was like, well, I don't know, I'll have to ask him.
Would you know?
Saeed. No,
Are you kidding me, man, Nordin?
Not under
what
this
is
football,
wrong with you?
Not under this football structure. Do you know what?
Wow, man. You've got an identity.
I know that. Listen, I know that. But
who would you have?
Saeed, I told
Ten
you.
Hag ain't come in. He stayed in Germany. The guy confirmed it. One of the guys, a journalist at Ajax, confirmed it. He wouldn't come to the Premier League. He was staying. He wants to go Germany. So that's one person out the window.
Why are you breaking my heart?
No, I'm being serious. One of the guys who follows Ajax is on Twitter. He's a he's got a big follower. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, in the comments they'll find out. He said he's going to stay. He wants to go Germany. So you've got Conte, and you've got Zidane, and you've got this guy. Maybe Graham Potter. But for me, Norris, to discredit Brendan Rodgers, what is going on?
I'm not discrediting him. I'm just saying to you. A guy who's managed Liverpool, highly psychological.
I don't give a shit, you know. Well, I don't give a shit, mate. All them tribalistic fans, yeah. I swear down, mate. You deserve Ollie, man. That's the problem with us fans. Why are we not? It's just because we managed Liverpool. I don't give a shit, man.
Listen, I just know that there's certain things that Man United in the hierarchy, especially.
Are they United fans? So why do they care? They're not United fans.
Well, listen.
And then you got people like Gary Neville. Is he even a United fan? Seriously. I'm being genuinely serious. Because at the end of the day, why does he not want to be successful? And he's backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's discrediting Conte and talking about, that he wouldn't be a right fit. This guy was a manager. No, hold on a minute. This guy's a manager who failed at Valencia. How can he talk
That's why he doesn't want to ever criticise any managers, because he failed. And some people criticised him. So that's why he's not criticising.
Well, why is he in this world?
Listen, plus he played, but Saeed genuinely, heart of heart, right? This is the last bit, right? The results will take it, but the last bit is this. I'm going to explain to the comments, right, the reason why Conte would not work for Man United. Why? Under this football structure. If we had a different football structure, Conte might work, right?
And I'm going to come back at that. Yeah. You say your point.
Under this, because Conte will come in. What does he do? He plays three at the back. Straight away, Wan-Bissaka, good night, Vienna.
I'm good with that.
Right?
I'm good with that.
But Saeed,
no, I'm good with that.
But
yeah, go on.
Listen, but Saeed, this is what I'm saying to you. They've spent 50 million.
I couldn't give a shit.
But that's what I'm saying to you. The way that, so Saeed, why do we still have Mata, Matic, Jones? What is that's what I'm saying to you. You have to look at the football model that we have, the football structure that we have, and then look at the managers that we have. Graham Potter could work under this, because you know what, he'll be a yes man, because this would be the highest achievement.
Yes man.
Listen, Ole Gunnar Southgate would come. Mate. Listen.
I would give my season ticket away. I'm being sorry, so you can have it if you want. You can have my season ticket.
Listen, Ole Gunnar Southgate, right? Brendan Rodgers will be exactly the same. The football will improve, but they were exactly the same, because they'll just be a piece, because it's the highest thing you're going to get. But this footballing structure, he would smash up that team and get rid of players that they bought. He would look at Harry Maguire and go, You're not. You know what?
If it means we're winning trophies,
listen,
I'm with it.
Saeed, but that's what. And then what he will do is come and show them up and challenge.
Was that one of you? I don't understand why you don't want Conte to show up these structures.
Saeed, because you know why? Because you know why it's Saeed. Listen,
why?
Van Gaal did it. It didn't work. Jose Mourinho did it. It didn't work. So the point, what I'm trying to say to you is that, do we go down in that dark alleys again when I start walking down? I don't even.
But the fact that it didn't work is the fact that maybe then the fans will be like, what?
No.
At least the manager's against the Glazers.
The only way we can get rid of them, right? The only way we can get rid of, or put the pressure will be on him, is to get a manager that plays attacking football, that has an identity, that can install it, and then put pressure. If he come out, then the whole of fan base will be with him and against the ball. That's what we need. And the only guy that I can see who's a coach enough, who will get within a month and a half, you would see scintillating play from these players, is Dan Hag.
Then also Dan Hag would decimate that squad.
No, Saeed, he would just fix the midfield, and you know that. Saeed, Ajax don't spend too much money. They have to sell every season. They have to sell every season. He has to bring through youngsters and stabilise them into the club. He works with a limited budget, but at the heart of it, coaching is on that ground. And Conte, guys, if Conte played attacking football on my mother's grave,
he might be pragmatic, but he's attacking football as well.
Saeed's not.
There you go. That's your agenda coming out.
Saeed's not. Listen, listen. I've watched this guy. I promise you.
Watch him, and what has he done?
Listen,
he's won trophies.
He's won trophies, right?
Yeah.
Winning trophies and being at Old Trafford when we've been after Jose. I can't. Low block football is part of his thing.
We cannot choose the way to our success.
Saeed, I've just suffered. What you're telling me is to suffer more, right?
No,
you are. You're telling me to suffer. You're telling me to suffer. No, you're telling me to suffer. I suffered on the Jose. I'm suffering on the rebuild. No, we're not winning jack, mate. Because the players we have, the players that we have, do not fit into the system. We don't have time
to be saying all this tick-attack. We need to win trophies.
There's no tick-attack. There's no tick-attack.
There's no tick-attack. We need to catch up to them.
I'm telling you now, Saeed.
In 5 years' time, when you're with your manager, and we're playing this without anything,
I'm not with this manager. I'm not with this manager, right? So go with that.
No, but another manager.
Listen.
Imagine Ten Hag doesn't work.
Listen, Saeed, I promise you then, the biggest thing about Ten Hag, I'm bringing in Luis Enrique, bringing in Zidane. Listen to me, Zidane. All of those, all three managers.
I just don't know why you're so.
No, listen to me. I just want to say, please let me finish this. All three of them can all manage after one after each other. Do you know why? They all know football in terms of the way they see football. Having three in midfield, having to be able to dominate and dictate the play. The thing about Conte is that he plays low block. When I mean low block, yes, Saeed. There's low block and counter-attacking football with the wing-backs. Saeed, that is not... Football. I'm not suffered under Jose. I'm not suffered under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who's basically sometimes plays practically
but
Jose
you said you'd rather keep Ole Gunnar Solskjaer rather to keep Conte.
No, listen.
You just said that last season, yeah?
No, listen. To me, Conte ain't the improvement. I want to improve from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I want to improve from that. No, it's not. Conte's football is pragmatic. One of the worst games I've ever watched. In the comments, guys, come for me, no problem. But I want you to check. Listen to me. I want you to check. Listen to me. I want you to check the game at Man City, Conte, Chelsea team playing Man City.
Victor Moses at right wing back turned him into a lethal player.
At the Etihad. Watch that game and come back to me. They didn't cross the halfway line.
I wish we get Conte.
It was that depressing.
I wish.
Saeed,
hope and pray.
Saeed, I swear to you now, my words. Within a season, he'll be here. Conte out! Get him out!
No.
Get him! He'll be trending to getting Conte out.
I won't.
Listen, Saeed, I'll ask you a question. When I predict things, do they come or not? Tell the truth.
No, we can't take.
What's my record on my predictions?
It's all right. It's all right.
No, what do you
mean? No. Conte is going to do the business. Listen, I'm telling you.
Conte is going to come out like he's Ole Gunnar, mate, with his lyrics, mate. I need more legs in here. And he's going to be banging on the doors, mate. The football structure. Guys, I want to summarise.
Arrivederci, you know what I mean? You've been singing a nice little Italian. You know what Italian R&B and that, you know? You've been to the Italian reggae night.
Listen, the reggae nights are heavy. They love reggae in Italy.
Exactly.
Big up. I'll just say this.
Yeah, man.
Our footballing structure is to sustain top four. Please, I just want the fans who give in the amount of energy to Ollie, give some of that energy to our football instructor, to the
Absolutely,
bankers.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
And to wrap up the podcast, how many points did we get out of these next two games?
Well,
are you worried? Are you worried by the time we...
I think the only way I can see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer getting sacked will be January or December.
What about if he loses badly to Liverpool? 3-0.
Listen, the league...
In front of the Sky Sports.
Listen, the league is different. The league is different.
5 points behind already.
Listen, and then we...
Title charge?
And then... title charge to where?
You know, Arsenal could be 1 point behind.
Of course, by the time we go to... They're going to be above us by the time we play them. If we continue the way we're playing. We're playing relegation football already right in this moment.
Yeah.
That performance was relegation.
I said that 2 years ago, by the way.
Relegation football. That's what we play now, right? And because we rely on just somebody to pull off a magic and to score a wonder goal. That doesn't happen every time. I think, to me, what would break my heart more than anything else is Ronaldo being one of the greatest players. And we force him into the Europa League, especially after the season where the Europa League's got Conference League teams in there. And by December, we will know where we are in the Champions League. So to me, Wednesday is vital. So I already said after the Villa defeat, that the league's gone. I already said that. I broke it. I said, breaking news, Man United no league title. They're not challenging for no league, right? But for me, it's the Champions League. It's the embarrassment of Ronaldo. And I said on my tweet as well, I genuinely think Ronaldo might have to go and look for another club in January.
He might do.
Because the legacy, you're destroying one of the greatest footballers of his generation. That's what you're doing. You're destroying one of the greatest of all time. one of the highest goal scorers of all time. You're destroying him with this basic, like under 14th amateurist FA coaching batch 1 level of coaching.
That's level 1, mate.
That is what
I think
is
entry
happening.
level. You know what they say, entry level. Maybe entry level.
So, to me, the biggest game for me is Atlanta, because the idea that we're going to be out of the Champions League, we don't even qualify to the second round, Saeed, it pains me. It absolutely pains. And you know how much I hate the Europa League. To me, the league.
Listen, I've already said it anyway. You know what I mean? Whoever wants tickets to the Europa League, I'm giving it to you for free.
Like, the idea.
I won't watch it as well.
For me, listen. To me, it's like I'm not. To me, Europa League football, I'm done with, right?
Yeah.
Because it shows you. That's what it comes back to, the football structure. When your footballing structure is set up to finish top 4, Europa League football is the second option.
Yeah.
That you get. It's your thing that you fall back on to make the Glazers money, because they still make money from advertisers and everything else. So. That to me is more important. The Atlanta game's more important to me, Wednesday, than the Liverpool game, because we're already out of the league anyway. We're not challenging for the league. We're not starting.
We're
and people go on the comment, you're overreacting already. You're overreacting. It's only 9 games. Listen, the thing about winning the league, there's a famous quote. You don't have to win the league in the first 10 games, but you can certainly be out of it. You could lose it within the first 10 games.
There you go, people. That is your Straightjacket Podcast 147. Make sure you people that are watching in the comments, did you enjoy the podcast? Make sure you smash a like on the video. Don't just watch it. Help us out, people. Get them likes up. You're not going to see a podcast like this, Straightjacket Talk. We're not like Gary Neville and all that, you know what I mean, going around the questions and all that. We're giving you the straight answers deep in the heart of Manchester. We're only 10 minutes away from Old Trafford. We can feel it. You know, you can feel the tension around here. Nobody wants to talk anymore.
Listen, the worst thing.
How is John, by the way?
He's doing better, but he looked at me. He went, "That wasn't good, was it?" He watched Match of the Day.
Yeah.
He watched Match of the Day, and he's like, "That wasn't good, was it?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Bunch of billionaires running around, and they can't even put a shift in." I'm like, well, there is. What don't understand is that players can't go and do what they want on a football pitch. Players have to be directed. They have to be given positional sense. They have to be said, this is where you play. Absolutely. This is where you get back. When we lose the ball there, this is how you set a trap. Yeah. I never see Man United doing that. And everybody I saw on the weekend, all United fans, just with their heads down.
Yeah, exactly.
Heads down. And City fans are like waving to me out of cars and beeping me and that when I'm on the bike. Beeping me.
I know. I put my hood up now when I'm walking around Manchester. I swear now, I put my hood up, and you know what I mean. Nobody knows me. I might have to get one of them snoods now as well. I'm telling you.
When I see him,
anyway. So you know what I mean. I can do whatever. But people, make sure you subscribe to United Real Therapy. It would have been done by a Prem Talk right now, where we round up all the Premier League talk. So make sure you go check out. It would have been out by now.
We all know who's getting the therapy this week.
Well. We need some more
legs in here. We need some more legs in there. We need some more legs everywhere, mate. That's what we need. You know what we need? We need coaches. That's what we need.
You know what we need? Conte. Guys, like the video, subscribe to
You know what? If Conte comes, I'm telling you now, Saeed, within 6-7 months will be like, Conte, I don't need you in here.
Conte's not the way. Tell young.
Listen, the wig's at the wheel.
Guys, take care. Bye-bye.